Hey everybody, I'm Ellen here at Etrailer.com, and we're taking a brief look at the Kwikee Revolution Steps. These are a replacement for existing steps that you had on your RV. Maybe they've gotten damaged, worn out, rusted shut, whatever the case might be. This is going to get those replaced for you so you can have a nice, shiny, brand new set of steps. So this comes with the step frame and the control unit, the light, and the motor already installed. So you really don't have to do much other than actually just attach these to your RV. So pretty straightforward as far as that install. It does come with the wiring already attached as well that comes off of that control unit. So you'll have your ground connection and then the plug for that 4-wire harness. Now if you don't have that 4-wire harness, you can pick it up separately here at etrailer.com. It is listed, the part number for that is listed on the product page for this step, so you can find that guy. Also, these do have the automatic, they'll come out automatically whenever you open the door and then come back in automatically when you close the door, as long as you have the sensor, the door sensor in your RV. It's pretty common nowadays for RVs to have that and the override switch, but if those are not installed in your RV, you can also get that sold separately here at etrailer.com, and again, that part number is listed on the page. But as far as the other features with this, again, steps will come out when you open the door and close when you close the door, but if you want to have them out all the time, you can use that override switch to override that function to keep them out, so you can run up and down the steps, close the door, and not having to wait for them to open and close every time when you're at the campsite. So it saves you a little bit of time. There's also a safety feature so that whenever you turn on the ignition, it will sense that, and if the steps are still deployed out, it will automatically bring them in, so you don't have to worry about those steps being out whenever you're actually on the road. So saves you from damage that way. Also, if the steps come out and they happen to hit something solid, like a pylon or a fire hydrant or anything else, they will stop and then come back in, rather than just trying to push through that object and wear out the motor. So another safety feature as well. Again, it does have a little light here to help shine a little bit of light on the steps. It's not super bright, but a little bit can help, so that is something that is a feature on these steps. As far as whether or not these are going to fit for your RV, typically the easiest way to figure out what step you had before is to look on the side plate, or if it had a top bracket, you can look underneath that, and there should be a manufacturer's sticker, and that will tell you what series or step type you had from Quickie. If that sticker's gone or you're not sure how to find it, I'll give you the measurements to make sure that this is a match for your RV. So let's go into those measurements now. As far as the extended height, so it's going to be the distance from the top of the attachment brackets to the bottommost portion of the step when they're expanded, like you see them here, that is 14.5 inches. Whenever it's folded up and ready to travel, that height, again, from the top to the bottommost portion is 8 inches. The overall width from the outermost portion of the steps, that's 25.5 inch, and that's going from these flanges up here that you mount it to, and the bolt pattern for that is 24 5/8 across and 8 3/4 inches front to back. Now there are a couple other holes that you could use if that matches up with what you had before in your RV, but that main bolt pattern is going to go from the frontmost hole to the rearmost hole, and that's the same on both sides. The step size itself is 23 3/8 inches by 8 inches. All in all, really nice, reliable step. These do come as OEM equipment for most RVs these days. It's got that non-slip tread on the steps, also that high visibility yellow to make it a little easier to see even in low light conditions, and then again, that light should help a little bit as well. If you want to see some more measurements, we have a couple more listed on our page, as well as all the specs for the steps, so you can see that there. The hardware for this is not included, so you will need to reuse that attachment hardware. And again, the switch pack and that 4-way wiring harness are sold separately, but again, both those part numbers are listed on the product page if you need to get that equipment. That's pretty much it as far as our look at the replacement step, motor, and control for your Kwikee Revolution Steps. I hope this has been helpful in deciding if this is the right step for you. We do have a lot of other options available though here at etrailer.com, along with a ton of other accessories for your RVs in general. So check them out. Thanks for watching.